welcome to another episode of The Nonsense Review. I am your host, as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello.
And today we're continuing our adventures in Sonic. But before we get to that, Rick, how was your week, buddy?
Well, me and another one of our mutual friends decided to pop our freebie return trial to Final Fantasy XIV, so I've been bashing out all the extra content in Final Fantasy XIV that I didn't manage to do before I unsubscribed before. So it's been nice to head back to Eorzea, troll around the world, see a very populated world thanks to recent events, and just generally have a good time for a couple of weeks. The other thing that happened, though, that I saw yesterday, is that South Park have signed a deal with Paramount Plus.
Is that their version of the Disney Plus? Is that a streaming service?
Yeah, so apparently it's Viacom. They have Paramount Plus. They sold South Park to, it might have been Hulu?
Maybe so. I know the guys who have some rights at least to it over here on Netflix.
It was HBO. They sold it to HBO Plus. So the original South Park episodes are on HBO Plus.
Is that why Netflix only has season 1 and it's got a cream of the crop season with all the episodes that you expect to want to see, and then the most recent shit?
So they sold it to HBO Plus, but then realized, we want to keep making money off of it. So they've now signed a deal with Matt Stone and Trey Parker to make more South Park for their own thing, rather than just handing off all the old stuff that used to be on the TV. And the idea is that they're going to be on the streaming service almost exclusively, including movies. So apparently they're going to have up to season 30 and 14 movies.
14 movies?
Yep.
Of South Park?
Yep.
I've got to be honest with you, I think that the only reason the original South Park movie had any success is because the time it was released.
Yeah, it was the only one.
Because that film, I don't think has actually aged that well. Like, it's still got moments that are pretty funny, like Stan's quest to find the clitoris is timeless.
Now, here's the thing, it's because it's early South Park. Even Matt and Trey will look back on it and go, I wish we weren't that cringe right now.
Bit of a tangent here, but one of my favourite things about that movie is it led to 2 seasons of South Park making fun of Phil Collins, because Phil Collins won the, I don't know if it was the Oscar, but some sort of award for the musical score for, I believe, Tarzan, which beat out South Park, so they were super salty and started taking the piss out of him in South Park for no real reason.
Other than that, we're petty little bitches, yeah.
Yeah, but they even admit it as well, because I watch a DVD commentary on some things, and South Park, it's a pretty easy watch, because both of them don't like doing commentary, so they talk for like 5 minutes, and then they let you watch the rest of the episode without commentary. And on one of the episodes, they went, we decided to call it Phil Collins Hill and have Phil Collins' bald head as the hilltop, because we were super butthurt about him winning an award that we should have got. There's a certain magic to someone who could admit the only reason they've done something is pettiness.
Yeah, I remember when they were making that film, they decided to look, what did Disney do? Oh, they make musicals. Oh, we're going to have to make a musical. Oh, alright. So then they open it up with Uncle Fucker.
Uncle Fucker is a timeless classic of track.
Yeah, sometimes we say the fuck word. Sorry, kids.
And sometimes we say but that gets a funny little bleep, so if I go you're going to hear about 5 bleeps. Or 1 continuous bleep, depending on how I do it when I edit. You're welcome, future me.
So yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with these movies, which apparently are going to be, like, spaced out throughout the seasonal schedule. So I guess they're going to be a little bit like the COVID special that they did.
I was going to say, if they go the route of, instead of being actual movies, less movies, more feature-length specials, I can see that working in their favour.
Yeah, because they've done a lot of 2 and 3-parters that is, like, season finales recently as well. So, well, not even recently, like, over the past 15 years. Like, they've been pretty good at making stories that last longer than 20 minutes.
But it's really weird because the most recent series, or at least the ones on Netflix, are like season 20 to 23, and all of those have a except for the most recent, except for 23, the ones prior to that have had cohesive narratives for the entire seasons.
Yeah.
They're not exactly strangers to it nowadays.
Like the one where they make Gerald into a character.
Gank Hunt 42 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Also fucking dark.
Internet keyboard warrior troll with a glass of wine. Man, he didn't become a likable character, but at least he became a character.
I fucking love the way he got out of explaining to his wife what he's been doing by like, I was searching up porn. Was it weird porn? It was piss porn? And mate, it's just my childish sense of humour, I guess, but him getting pissed on and just going, is one of the funniest scenes I've seen.
Yeah, getting his comeuppance from a position of love as well. She's trying to give him what she thinks he wants. How's your week been?
My week week has been kind of interesting. I've seen not one, but 2 brand new films that have been in the cinema.
Yeah, you have.
Last Friday, after we finished recording, I went and saw Suicide Squad. Man, was I looking forward to that film for not 1, 2, but 3 different reasons.
Yeah.
James Gunn directing was always going to mean that film had the right spirit behind it.
Yeah, because he jumped on after he was semi-fired, but also eventually rehired by Disney from the Guardians of the Galaxy, right, wasn't he?
Yeah, like, if you want a misfit hero team movie, like, that guy's probably had the only prior experience of making a damn good one, because, I don't know, man, I can't tell if Guardians 1 or Guardians 2 is my favourite MCU film, but it's definitely one of them.
Probably 1, because no one expected it to be that good.
That doesn't really factor into my decision-making, because, like, I really like the, granted limited view of the bonding between Yondu and Star-Lord in the second film.
It's one of those, like, I think the fact that you weren't expecting it to be good has to factor in, because it's also your introduction to a lot of those characters in, even if you know who those characters are, then it's your introduction in movie form.
I mean, I disagree. The fact that no one expected the film to be good or it being out the blue doesn't factor into which film is my more favourite film, that's fucking great English me, to watch in my rankings. By that logic, 4 should be your favourite film, because no one expected 4 to be anything other than shite. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, second reason is I watched the trailers for Suicide Squad pretty much religiously as they were being released, and oh my god, Idris Elba as Bloodsport is the best.
Idris Elba as anything is pretty damn top.
Absolutely, that dude tends to give it his all, even when he's given shit. Like, everyone will knock The Dark Tower because that film was not great, but Idris Elba did a bang-up job.
Yeah, I feel like Idris Elba could play anything and it'd be the correct choice. He could be recast to play Princess Leia and it'd be the right choice.
I wouldn't quite go that far, but you do you, buddy. No, it's really weird because there was an article before Suicide Squad, you know, before we had any meat to sink our teeth into for it, where I heard that Idris Elba was replacing Will Smith as Deadshot, and I was like, that's a weird decision considering no other actor's been replaced, but whatever. Didn't really think much on it. And then when we got the trailers and, oh no, he's Bloodsport, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense that he's playing a different character who isn't actually a different character. He's more or less the same character, but DC doesn't have that big of a villain pool.
Yeah, and the thing with the Suicide Squad is that it's the Suicide Squad and not the Lives Forever Squad. Like, these characters are meant to drop off.
Well, case in point, right? I've watched the Suicide Squad animated films, and I fucking enjoy them. By the way, if you're a fan of the animated Suicide Squad films, watch the new live-action Suicide Squad. It captures the atmosphere nigh on perfectly. But in the first Suicide Squad film, they had the Suicide Squad assembled. You had Captain Boomerang, you had Deadshot, you had Harley Quinn, you had Killer Croc, you had Killer Frost. Not Killer Croc, King Shark. Even, I got that mixed up because his design in that film is fucking weird, but whatever.
Same concept, different animal.
No, not really, because Killer Croc isn't a shark man. Killer Croc isn't a crocodile man. He's just a dude with a skin condition. Which a lot of people seem to blow out of proportion. They give him super strength and he can do weird shit. But he's essentially just a dude who's super jacked, has a skin condition that gives him, well, like alligator skin, and he's become sort of a weird cannibal living in the sewers. But yeah, there's your lineup for the Suicide Squad in the cartoon. And it's like, oh, by the way, here's KG Bull. I'm like, who the fuck is KG Bull? Oh, doesn't matter. He's the dude who's just here to show that, yes, they will get their heads blown off.
Yep.
But yeah, there's always one in every Suicide Squad cartoon that's just like, who the fuck is this jobber? Oh, he is literally just there to show that Amanda Waller will blow their heads off.
He is literally the jobber of this movie.
Yeah, looking at you, Slipknot. That's from the first film, so it's not a spoiler. But yes, the third reason is, again, because of the trailer, King Shark is a shark.
Yeah, he is.
I like King Shark. He's a bit more of a simpleton in this film than he necessarily should be, but that's fine. It's King Shark. You can do what you want with King Shark.
Yeah, it's not to the comedy relief route that they went with in the Harley Quinn animated series, at least.
Whenever you have King Shark in anything, he tends to be comic relief.
I mean, his name is King Shark.
They don't actually call him King Shark in the film. He's just called Nanaue.
Okay.
So that was rather interesting in my opinion, because usually it's something he discovers later on, and he gets like a power boost when he finds out that he is actually some sort of descendant of kings or whatever fucking bullshit it is. But yeah, Suicide Squad is good. I fucking recommend the shit out of it. John Cena can actually fucking act. He just has to be given a role that he wants to do. I don't know what direction he was given in Fast and Furious 9.
If any.
Yeah, I think that his direction in Fast 9 was just, hey, we need you to be as unemotional as possible, which is great for a fucking actor, isn't it?
We need you to be John Cena. Go.
But he wasn't even John Cena, though. But yes, the other film I saw was Space Jam: New Legacy.
Yeah.
That film is better than I thought it was going to be.
A lot of people were up in arms about redesigns and the new animation style. Mostly Lola Bunny's tits.
But it's never been the point of the character. She just just happened to have them.
Yeah.
I'll keep everything on Space Jam a bit brief. Like, I saw it because, hey, I was growing up in the 90s. I would have been 7 when the original Space Jam came out, so prime time target fucking audience. So the main reason I went to see it was nostalgia. I wanted to be like, yeah, let's see if they did this justice. And LeBron James' acting is a bit shaky at times, but he's also not an actor, so I can forgive that. I think he was probably better than Jordan was, as far as acting's concerned. The setup to this film is a lot better than the setup to the original Space Jam, in my opinion. There's a fuck ton of cameos from a bunch of things from Warner Brothers, which I fucking love. And my god, Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle did not have to work so goddamn hard on this movie, but my god, he gave it 110%.
Good stuff.
Have you seen the trailers for Space Jam, the new one?
I believe so.
Right, so from the trailer, they make it quite clear that Don Cheadle is the antagonist.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that guy's got some fucking acting chops. Like, he, even though it's a kid's film, and everyone probably thought it was not going to be good, he definitely gave it 100%. He was a very scary child villain. And yeah, during the big basketball game, it's set in the serververse, so they've got their own Warner Brothers multiverse. They bring in, half the audience is just all of the Warner Brothers characters that they own, including goddamn White Walkers from Game of Thrones, the Mask, the Penguin from the 80s movie. There's a fuck ton of Batman villains in the crowd. You've got Pennywise from It. I want to get this film on DVD just to have a look at the fucking crowd, because they really went balls to the walls. They knew what people wanted to see in this film, or at least from the nostalgia kick end.
I guess it's a bit like how they put as many cameos into the Lego movie as they could in Lego form, but excluding all the ones that were obviously Disney, because Disney would have said no.
Oh yeah, except, no issues here, because they're all owned by Warner Brothers.
So summary, Space Jam good, Suicide Squad good.
Yeah, Rick, what are we doing today?
We are going into our long string of Sonic the Hedgehog, and this week is Sonic X. This is the first one that was made as a full anime, first one to be made in full in Japan. So for anyone watching it along with us at home, this is Sonic X Episode 1, and on Netflix if you like, and 3, 2, 1, and go.
So the thing about Sonic X is, it's probably the first... Oh, it's not the first. I did watch the old one when it was on reruns, but I didn't really register it. But it's the first one where I was watching it and I actively knew what Sonic was.
Yeah.
And we start with Big the Cat, the most iconic Sonic character.
Yeah, we do. So this is the... It starts in the Sonic universe and then immediately abandons it.
Well, we get that little fucker as the main character, don't we?
Yeah, Chris Thorndike. Apologies to all people called Chris, but this fucking fictional character gives you all a bad name.
That's not how it works. Man, you gotta appreciate that Dr. Eggman, defending his base against Sonic, doesn't double down on super fast machine guns. No, let's go for these slow rockets that he can easily dodge.
Well, how else are you going to get the spectacle out early on? He's got the slow robots, the slow rockets.
But at least the slow robots fire fast bullets.
Sure.
Look at these Gundams.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that he does in this series. He just makes like these weird robots that aren't in games or anything. He just... We need a robot of the week.
Faster, 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 faster. That's the only bit I remember.
Gotta go faster, 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 faster.
I remember that part of the song, and I remember this being the first time I saw Rouge and being like, oh, tits.
Yep. They edited out her cleavage.
Okay. I mean, she's still got them, though.
Yeah. She's still got the she's still got the shape. She just don't have the line.
That's fine, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to use it as a platform, because why the fuck not? Like, to this day, am still bothered that, for some reason, tits aren't allowed to just be shown.
Yeah. This is a soapbox that I'll also join you on.
A friend of ours, a mutual friend, sent me a comic of two characters who don't identify as either gender, right? And one of them is biologically a female, one of them is biologically a male. They've both got their tops off, and they've both got their tits out, right? One of them has tits, one of them doesn't. And the author of the comic is just like, not the author, another character just covers up the one with breasts, nipples, and goes, sorry, we can't show those. And then that character's just like, yo, what the fuck? They've got their nipples out and no one cares. It's like, nah, sorry, yours are obscene. And like, do you not think that by continuing to treat them as if they are some sort of sexual... I don't know. I don't know how to word it delicately, but do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, by sexualizing it all the time, you kind of get stuck in a feedback loop of attention.
Like, don't get me wrong. If you go around flashing your tits and like squeezing them and making them look fucking all purposefully sexual, like, sure, I get not enjoying that, but just having them out isn't inherently sexual. You fucking idiots.
This episode's just become the Great Nipple Tirade.
I mean, pretty much, man. Like, we're watching a fucking generic Sonic action scene, and it's not exactly great yet. You know?
It's at least interesting to see Amy show up as well, for once.
True.
Because I think this is the first time she's been animated.
It's the first time I've seen her animated, at least.
Yay, Knuckles, without the hat.
Isn't he voiced by Kaiba in this?
I think he is. Dan Green.
Hard to tell from that one line.
It was.
I mean, he's turned into Hannibal, like, overkill is underrated.
Oh yeah, they've got these two shitling robots in this, because in a lot of things, Robotnik... Oh, hello, Cream.
Oh, my days. Oh, that's just so precious.
She's such a cutie.
Do you need to kidnap the baby bunny Eggman? Eggman? Why am I saying it? Eggman. That's what I was looking for. Why is Rouge just chilling?
Well, she's part of the baddie team, normally.
Yeah, but she's usually part of the baddies, but not usually aligned with Eggman, if you get me.
Well, it's one of those, she normally joins him because...
Money!
Because she's a... Yeah, because money. Because she's a government spy. But in this, she doesn't become the government spy until she gets to a place where there is a government.
Sonic's faster than the speed of sound. Isn't that what the lyrics taught us?
Yeah, he's also addressing it as well. If you can push it before I drop it, before I grab it, yeah.
Why haven't you already pressed the damn button, you fool? I was wondering when Sonic was going to do this. Because it's the most logical move.
Yep. And either the machine has the smarts to not shoot him, or... Well, obviously it didn't, but, you know. Another thing Rouge does is she goes to where jewels are to try and steal them. And knowing that the Chaos Emerald is where it is, she's probably just waiting to nick it.
Maybe so, maybe so. Oh man, that's quite bright. Fuck off! No one likes you, Big!
Froggy!
I will slit that motherfucker's throat. Alright, that's a bit extreme, but you know.
He's voiced by Duke Nukem as well.
Okay, that dude needs work. What, John St. John or whatever the fuck it is?
Yeah.
Man, Duke Nukem's a prick and all.
Yeah, he is. Duke Nukem's antics have not aged well.
I don't know, man. Even at the time, they weren't exactly stellar.
No. Or you just find a naked lady and then just give her money to shake her tits.
Alright, like, listen, I get the visual, right? But those cars were all going to crash into each other if Sonic wasn't there anyway.
This is true.
That's an interesting subtitle. Did you catch that?
Did it say honks?
No, it said the person talking was Sonic X.
Huh. Yeah, I missed that one.
That's weird. It really fucking doesn't. Like, we know Sonic is a hedgehog, but if you compare him to real-life hedgehogs, he does not look like a hedgehog.
Yeah, he's bipedal for once. I mean, he's got a point. Like, a normal hedgehog would, maybe be receptive to cat food.
Yeah.
This would be...
Is he meant to be Irish?
Yeah.
Oh, his name's Duffy. Cool, great. That's not a stereotype. That accent is not great.
It sounds like Robo-Garda.
Yeah, but Robo-Garda is actually Irish, so...
Yeah.
Oh, this was in the intro. Alright, listen. No one's going to think less of you if you just let go of the goddamn net.
Yeah, like, the guy's not a criminal.
No, it's a fucking animal. Call animal control. They've already said he's a hedgehog.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a policeman sitting in your car and you get a dispatch saying, listen, all units, there's a blue hedgehog running through the streets, would you not be like, what the fuck's wrong with my captain?
Yeah, we need to take you off drug control.
That's a surprisingly reasonable assumption.
That guy sounds like Joey.
Well, here's my bad Brooklyn accent.
Yeah. Probably the most he said without being, in a conversation with someone else.
Again, that's a great response to seeing that sight.
Yeah. Did you see that? I wish I did, but I wish I didn't. Look at all this excessive force for animal control.
I was about to say, they are fucking expending a lot of resources to catch what they believe is just a fucking hedgehog.
Yep.
That's where the ad break would have been.
Yep, he just pressed A and jumped.
I'll be honest with you, like, once he got over one roadblock, I'd be like, you know what, do we really give a fuck?
Yeah, like, at this point, I would just cut my losses.
This guy's like a speed racer, isn't he?
Yeah, I never get why this guy has such a rivalry with Sonic when he's not doing the speed, he's in a car.
Dude, this guy should have been in the Sonic racing games where you have to drive cars. That would have made sense.
That would have made more sense than putting everyone else in a car.
Except for Danica Patrick.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I get you.
I think Simon from the Ogscast gets a car as well.
I don't know, man. I don't watch that shit. Alright, listen, man. This is your home city.
You should know what the road is like, yeah.
Yeah. The weather conditions are clear. The only thing you need to ask is weather conditions.
Yep.
This is meant to be your neck of the goddamn woods.
And you probably knew most of the weather conditions when you came to work.
Well, shit can change. But then again, I'm going by Britain logic, not fucking New York logic.
Yeah, fair enough.
Apparently New York is super cold because of the way they built the buildings. The wind blows through them like in a bullshit, stupid way.
Except when it's really hot and then the garbage stays out for weeks and goes smelly.
Okay.
I may be conflating that with the one time that I heard about the time when it was really hot and the garbage was getting smelly.
Or that one episode of Simpsons.
Yeah.
Calculash, get your calculash!
I was thinking another one where they took all of the other city's garbage, and I think New York was one of the ones. And they had to move the city.
Oh, you mean Springfield?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they buried all the garbage under the town and it just kept coming up.
Yeah.
There's that really horrible visual gag where the Flanders are burying their rabbit and it pops out the ground.
Yeah.
Man, that's quite fucked up for a Simpsons.
It was, but it served the purpose of, even this close to home, this is actually having an impact. I'm sure it wasn't meant to be poignant, but...
Oh my god, is this technically an Isekai?
Yeah. The entire cast gets Isekai to Earth. It's a reverse Isekai. They come from fantasy world to Earth.
That's a sentence.
Well, at least Knuckles also brings it up earlier that he thinks it's Chaos Control.
Knuckles has had one sentence and he has not said that, sir.
I think he said it used to be Chaos Control.
He has not... The one sentence he said was something about it being fucking typical or some shit. Had nothing to do with Chaos Control. I will gladly be proven wrong.
I guess it was Tails that said that then, but...
I didn't pay attention to anything Tails said, so maybe.
Okay.
But Knuckles had one line and it had nothing to do with Chaos.
Fair.
Also, what happens in this city that they require a dedicated team with fucking race cars?
Police race cars.
That they don't even paint in police livery.
Hmm.
Then why do you need this team?
Yeah, the place is way too peaceful.
No word of a fucking lie, right? If this unit had made one arrest in an entire year, the fucking equivalent of the council would be like, why are we paying you?
Yeah, we need to disband this for the good of the country.
Or ship you off to somewhere that actually needs this fucking dumb bullshit.
Yeah, like Dubai.
This city's meant to be the equivalent of New York, correct?
Yeah, so it would seem.
And they're like, this town is so dull. Bullshit! That fucking place is riddled with crime. I've watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
He's calling himself the Highway Star.
What a prick.
I think he's meant to be a prick. Like, I don't think he's ever meant to be in any way relatable or likable.
Like, you can tell he's a prick and all, because all the other people have to drive cars that look like fucking police cars.
Yep. Good old Spidey quips from Sonic.
But we got to show you that we got this technical shit that can make us keep up with Sonic. We're gonna fucking box maneuver a hedgehog.
He's gonna press A again, ain't he?
Says the fucker's having... What? Thanks, Sonic. Good to know.
That was a good Sonic Says right there.
Alright, for real, that was kind of funny, but I'm still kind of bothered that it was such a... It felt so inorganic. Do you know what I mean, though?
I actually don't mind it, though.
Well, like I said, it was funny, it's just it didn't feel great. I don't know, my brain's mush, I guess. They got good sound effects on the cars.
I guess part of it is that because it's a dub from Japanese, they've got to work in both languages. So it's got to be... We can't have as much sarcasm in this, because it's not a concept that exists in the Japanese language.
I disagree, because this isn't exactly this is going to sound fucking so condescending, but it's not exactly a proper fucking anime, is it?
No.
So, there's no harm in them just doing whatever the fuck they want with the dialogue when they translate it over.
Yeah, it's basically One Piece with Blue Hedgehog.
I've never seen One Piece, so I couldn't either agree or disagree with you.
What I mean is it's 1 million episodes.
No, it's not, though. Sonic X is like 40.
I think there's more than that. Because they go into the whole original universe bit after a while. Well, okay. They start in original universe bit, then they go into games, then they go back into original universe shit.
Oh no. Oh no. I decided to bring up my phone and type in Sonic X.
Oh no.
All of the autofill prompts are Sonic X Amy, Sonic X Tails, Sonic X Shadow.
Power the city. That's a cute little image, actually.
It's not bad. There are 78 episodes.
Yeah, I was going to say there's more than some.
Yeah, but fucking One Piece is 1,000,000.
Okay.
It's a bad comparison, that's all I'm saying, man.
Okay, I apologise. In fact, I think My Little Hero is about the same at the moment.
Like, comparing it to any shonen anime is kind of a mistake, because shonens are long and they're not very entertaining, usually.
Oh yeah, and he can't swim, so...
Well, that's the thing from the games, right?
Yep. It's the one thing they try and keep consistent with every show that they put him in. It's just like the games, he sinks.
I was going to say, he can jump pretty high in the water usually, though, can't he? Like, he should be able to get out of a pool.
Yeah, apparently his the amount that he can jump is hampered by the fact that he's in water, I guess.
But like I said, I just didn't remember in the games where there is occasional underwater segments, like you got to collect the bubbles and all that. Are they doing the actual drowning music at the moment?
Well, they're doing a take on it.
Okay. Man, how rich is this little shit kid that he's got 2 pools in his backyard?
The answer is yes, because he's the nephew of the Speed Demon guy.
What, the prick we just saw?
Yeah, so... Yeah, they're a rich family.
I do like how they've got this a take on that sound. Man, that was great fucking English and commentary from me, wasn't it? I like how they do the thing.
Why would your first response be, I heard something, to go outside and dive into the pool to see if something is in there?
Because plot.
Yeah.
Anyway, as we know by rookie rules, Sonic now owes Chris a life debt.
Oh, he gets his full Sunday name in the subtitles of Christopher.
You should see this comic where I drill Amy while also getting drilled by Shadow. Why did I feel the need to say that? I'm guessing that's the end of the episode, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
I have a soft spot for this theme. Even though it's shit. Look at how fast the credits go so you can't see shit.
Yeah, you pretty much have to have a VHS for this.
That's all I'm hearing right now.
Yeah, I am also bopping.
Alright, that's me tabbing out. Man, it's really awkward because normally because Chris has been mentioned, I probably would have brought up Chris Chan, but I told you specifically that he's been trending lately for things.
Yeah, for the wrong reasons.
I took the deep dive and I told you not to do that because it's disturbing to say the least.
Yeah, unfortunately that's like telling someone not to look at a car crash. And yeah, I also looked at the car crash. And okay, here's the thing. We're both telling you not to look at the car crash.
Oh, it's not. It's actually vile.
Yeah, I know. It's awful. It's not a nice thing to look at. You're gonna want to wish you unread it. There we go.
I was on Twitter one day and everyone was going, "Why is Chris Chan trending?" Followed immediately by "Oh no," and I was like, well, maybe it's at least kind of a funny "Oh no," and we can bring it up when we do Sonic soon. So I did the deep dive, and there's no words strong enough to condemn.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this episode up in typical nonsense review fashion. Rick, what was your favourite moment of the episode?
My favourite moment of the episode was getting to see all of the classic characters in the new animation style. Like, it's spread out over a few moments, really, so it might be a bit of a cheat, but yeah, the beginning part where you got to see Knuckles, Tails, Amy, Rouge, even Dr. Robotnik being a little prick.
Absolutely over the moon that you didn't say fucking Big.
Well, okay, Big the Cat also was there.
No! He deserves what he gets.
I think he's the only one that got spared by the Isekai beam as well. Like, it went out to almost where he was, and he was just sat behind a tree.
Yeah, but he does get isekai'd. He does show up in the other world, but if I recall correctly, he spends most of his intro just fishing, because that's what Big do.
Yeah, he does. But how about you? What was your number one moment?
I've got to be honest with you, the first episode doesn't have a lot to choose from. I'll go for the near drowning scene, because like I said, it's nice to see them doing the homage to the drowning desperation theme.
Yeah. I think someone tried to put that as their alarm.
Oh no.
I know, right? You can see how that's going to go wrong.
The alarm I really want on my phone is the alarm I downloaded from that guy who put them all together of the VTubers, where you've got Ame screaming, "Wake the fuck up!" while Kurone's going, beep, 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 and Gura's just going on a long mother spiel like, you gotta get up now, if you don't get up, you're gonna have to miss breakfast, and if you miss... Yeah, like, she sounds like a proper mum, and it's adorable.
I think Ina just goes, wah.
Ina's not in it, but you do get Ollie for half a second where she just... during the animation, they have her zip across the screen while going, so I've got it downloaded on my phone. The fucking phone is like, nah, that file I don't like, so you can't have it as your fucking alarm tone. So I'm like, oh, okay then. Fuck me, I guess.
What a damn shame.
I really wanted it. Plus, it's obnoxious, and it would hopefully annoy my brother. And trust me, he deserves it.
Yeah.
That being said, moving on from VTubers, Rick MVP.
It's a weird one. Like, I think it was probably Dr. Robotnik in this one, because without his ridiculous, stupid antics, we wouldn't have the show. Or at least we wouldn't have the show in the way that it is. Which, you know, some people might say it would probably be better if they just stayed in the original world and did loop-de-loops, but that's not the show that we got. So I'd say that the one that is the actual MVP is the one that set the show the way that it is into motion. And that's Dr. Robotnik, or Dr. Eggman, as they call it, or Dr. Eggman, as they called him on the adverts in the UK.
Yeah, because we got weird fucking ways of talking, guys.
Yeah, but yeah, how about you? Who was your MVP?
Again, there's real slim pickings, so just because she was cute for the 5 seconds she was on screen for, I'll give it to Cream.
Yeah, alright.
And even despite being captured by Eggman, she was still chatting mad shit.
Yeah. You're gonna get your ass beat by Sonic, Dr. Eggman. Mr. Dr. Eggman, sir.
But yeah, those are our awards for today. We enjoyed watching Sonic X, so I guess the only thing left to do is do a little outro. If you've made it this far, guys, as usual, you are our favourite people.
Join us again next time for the Nonsense Review.
And just a quick reminder that if you guys want to leave a comment on the channel, please feel free to. We will read everyone, and if you have something interesting to say or an interesting question, we might even read it out on the next time we do the podcast. Also, if you are listening on one of our podcast formats, then obviously we don't have a comment section there, but we do have an email, and we do check the email daily to see if we've got any messages. So far, no luck, but if you want to reach out to us, the email to go to is nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com. Once again, that is nonsensereview@gmail.com. And yeah, if you've got something interesting to say or an interesting question, we'll most likely read it out next episode. And finally, after the disclaimers, I can say goodbye, guys.
Bye!